What's up, YouTube? This is Tien bringing you an update for our Atlas strategy in 3.5. Want to cover some topics like how my Atlas is currently, how to force Shaper Strongholds, how to maintain your Elder Square, how I built up my initial pool of maps, and how I'm rolling my maps in 3.5, as well as Atlas objectives, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about Delve. I might put out a follow-up video for how I'm doing Delve in 3.5 once we kind of figure out if they're making any tweaks to Sulfite and stuff like that. Anyways, let's just get into the content here. How my Atlas is currently, I have 143 out of 159 completion bonus. I've done every map 13 and below, and then I have one shaped T16, or Elder T16 rather, that's Underground Sea, one shaped T15, which is Spider Forest. You know, I like Underground Sea because of the layout. It's big. It did get nerfed a little bit. The boss is a little different, and it's pretty tough in Betrayal League actually. So I'm running with a tankier build. I'm currently running Ellie Hit. In T15, we like this map because it drops the Doctor Divination card. I actually found one earlier this league, you know, confirmed on stream, so it can happen here. You can see here I'm running it with full sextants, and I have that Elder Shaper ping pong going on. With tier 14, I've done something a little different. I have shaped Tropical Island and shaped Vault. So after you complete your Xena questline, you actually have multiple Shaper Orbs here. So, you know, I have a whole bunch of Shaper Orbs that I use or don't use, and those are currently my only other two shaped maps. I like having one with the influence in case I want to spread the influence myself. I could run Shaped Tropical Island and get a little bit more value by doing a higher tier map. And then sometimes if I need a tick of the influence, say I want Elder to take a map by himself, like I need Elder to take Estuary right here, I might go run Shaped Vault map away from my influence and then let Elder and Shaper kind of do its own thing by itself. I want to talk now about how to force Shaper Strongholds. So I have my Shaper Strongholds in pretty nice locations here on Terrace and Dark Forest, which kind of helps me maintain my my Elder Square here in the middle. How do you force Shaper Strongholds? Well, currently the way it works is if there are 7 or more consecutive Elder maps, the Shaper influence will start to randomly spawn around your Elder influence. I don't know if this is working as intended, but that's just kind of how it starts to work. So you'll notice that I don't really have Shaper influence away from my big blob of influence here, and that's because you know, I have 7 or more Elder maps. Now, how the strongholds spawn are random. You know, if I was doing a map, say I was doing Dunes or Orchard in this example, by forcing this to go Shaper, that actually can't become a Shaper Stronghold. So I guess the rules for a Shaper Stronghold is that it needs to be randomly generated Shaper influenced maps. So what you have to do is kind of get 7 or more consecutive Elder maps and then just run maps that are around the area and let Shaper take maps by himself. If he does that, has a chance at becoming a Shaper Stronghold. After doing this enough times, we were able to force Shaper Strongholds on Dark Forest and Terrace, keeping the influence kind of between my Underground Sea and Spider Forest, so that way when I'm running these high tier maps, always have the influence and, you know, get that extra value from, you know, the ping pong to influence those null portals or the extra mobs. You can definitely check my previous video if you want to see why the Elder Square is good and, you know, how to set one up. Another question I get a lot on stream is how did I build up my initial pool of maps? Well, basically what you can do is you can just run maps that are on your Atlas, but maybe not completed. So I could go run Courthouse or Terrace or something like that. These are just extra maps that I have laying around. And when you run these maps, as long as you don't kill the boss, you won't complete it. But the mobs that are in there, you know, if I'm in a T14 map and I kill T14 mobs, well, they'll drop T14 maps some of the time. And which one is it going to choose? It's going to choose your shaped T14. Now, the caveat to this is that it will drop maps that are adjacent to your T14s. So you wouldn't want to run a T14 that has like another adjacent T14 or a T15 that has another adjacent T15. That can sometimes happen. I think, you know, certain locations on the Atlas kind of messed up here. So say, for example, I was running Carcass, and a T15 map decided to drop. Well, it wouldn't be Spider Forest in this case, has like twice the chance to be a Primordial Blocks. So just something to keep in mind. Another way to do it is if you're in a trade league, just buy shaped maps, because when you buy those shaped 14s and 15s, there are no surrounding 14s or 15s, so it will only drop the shaped maps that you're after. I talked in my previous video about doing full Atlas completion in order to kill the Uber Elder and then do these Atlas objectives that are spawning. To be honest, these Atlas objectives aren't that great. And so what I'll do sometimes, as you can see here, they spawned on 14s and 15s as I'm doing my shaped maps. But what I'll do instead is I'll just buy these maps because I can't get them to drop, right? So I'll just buy these maps, go in, and then if it's a delve one like this, just go get the sulfite, make sure I don't complete the map to keep my Atlas strategy the same. Same thing with Zena. I don't think these are that worth it. I don't think the bestiary one is that good right now. Basically, just the only ones I care about are the sulfite and then the temples. So if I can get those maps, I'll go buy those maps and do them, get my temples, get my sulfite. Been skipping the Zenas, been skipping the bestiary, the Einhar Atlas objectives. So that's it for this Atlas strategy update. Look for that video where I talk a little bit about Delve. Basically how, a little sneak preview of that video is Delve has changed a little bit to where the monster level 83 actually occurs at depth 239 instead of 270. And so, that's just something they've updated in this patch. I don't know if that's going to change, but look out for that. Anyways, sorry for the long video, but I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.